In this video, you will learn how to use the long division algorithm. In order to help us, let me introduce you to the family: Dad, Mom, Sister, Brother, and Rover. Dad divides, Mom multiplies, Sister subtracts, Brother brings down, and Rover repeats or remains. These will help you remember the steps for long division. As you can see, I've written the letters D, M, S, B, and R down the side of the screen. D stands for, that's right, divide. M, multiply. S, subtract. B, bring down. And R, repeat or remain. You'll see how each step is used through this first problem. Here we go. We'll begin by dividing. 3 goes into 4. How many times? Just once. So you place a 1 on your quotient line. And now 1 times 3, we're going to multiply and get 3. So we've divided and multiplied, and now it's time to subtract. 4 minus 3 is 1. The next step is B, bring down. Brother's job is to bring down that 8. Now we have 18, and the next step is to repeat or remain. Well, Rover says that if you bring a number down, you have to repeat. So that means we're going to start the steps all over again from the beginning with divide. Can you guess which two numbers we're going to divide? We're going to see how many times 3 goes into 18. 3 goes into 18 6 times. Now we multiply. 6 times 3 is 18. Sister says to subtract. 18 minus 18 is 0. Brother says to bring down, but there's no more numbers to bring down, so we know that we have finished the problem. Because we ended with a 0, we do not have a remainder. 48 divided by 3 is exactly 16. Let's try another one. We're going to do a 3-digit number. It really doesn't matter if you have 2, 3, 4, 5, or even more digits in your dividend. The steps are still the same. All right, as you can see, we still have the D, M, S, B, and R written down the side of the screen to help us remember if we should get stuck. Those are our steps. All right, here we go. Let's divide. 4 goes into 5 one time. Now multiply. 1 times 4 is 4. Now subtract. 5 minus 4 is 1. Next, we'll bring down the 9 and have 19 down here. Now, Rover said if we brought a number down, we need to repeat, so we'll start all the way at the top again with divide. 4 goes into 19 4 times. And 4 times 4 is 16. When we subtract 19 minus 16, we get 3. Now Brother tells us to bring down, so the next digit over is the 2. We bring it down, and now we have 32. Rover said, remember, whenever you bring a number down, you got to start all over again. So here we go to repeat with divide. 4 goes into 32 8 times exactly. 8 times 4 is 32. Now we subtract, and we get 0. Brother would tell us to bring down again, but there's nothing left to bring down. And because Rover tells us that we only have to repeat if we brought another down, then we are done. And we have no remainder. 592 divided by 4 was exactly 148. Let's try another. This time we're going to divide 654 by 3. I'm going to say it a little faster without the steps in between. See if you can stay with me. 3 goes into 6 2 times. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 minus 6 is 0. Now, 3 goes into 5 one time. 1 times 3 is 3. 5 minus 3 is 2. And finally, 3 goes into 24 8 times. 8 times 3 is 24, and 24 minus 24 is 0. We have nothing left to bring down and no remainder, so 654 divided by 3 is exactly 218. Our last problem for today will be a 4-digit number, but the steps are still the same. The only difference with this one is that when you look at how many times 3 will go into 1, you realize that 3 cannot go into 1. So you must slide over and look at these first 2 digits. How many times can 3 go into 14? 3 goes into 14 4 times. Notice how I wrote the 4 over the top of the 14, not the 1. Now I'm going to multiply 4 times 3, which is 12. Subtract. Bring down. 3 goes into 27 9 times. 9 times 3 is 27. Subtract. Bring down. 3 goes into 6 2 times. 2 times 3 is 6. And I end up with 0. Again, no remainder. 3 goes into 1,476 exactly 492 times. Congratulations, you have learned how to use the long division algorithm. Happy practicing!